One of the most devastating of these consequences was that human beings began to express emotions in destructive ways. Because the channel between spiritual self and human self was disrupted by planetary conditions, the human ego began to develop the belief that it was separate from other humans and from the source. This belief in separation made violence possible. As a consequence, humans could no longer enjoy a free-flowing, honest emotional process, and emotionally repressive environments evolved in the social systems on this planet. Human beings were forced to adopt defense systems that included the belief that emotions were negative and had to be suppressed and controlled. This was necessary in order for human beings to live together in communities that would ensure the survival of the human race. It is not necessary any longer, and it is dysfunctional. The act of suppressing emotions was always dysfunctional in its effect on the emotional, mental, and spiritual health of the individual being. It was only functional in terms of physical survival of the species. We now have clearer access to spiritual healing energy and guidance, which allows us to become aligned with truth so that emotions will not be expressed in destructive ways. We have the tools, knowledge, and guidance to allow healthy emotional healing to take place, to allow the individual to enjoy the flow of healthy emotional process. Attempting to suppress emotions is dysfunctional. It does not work. Emotions are energy. E-motion. Energy in motion. It is supposed to be in motion. It was meant to flow. Emotions have a purpose, a very good reason to be, even those emotions that feel uncomfortable. Fear is a warning. Anger is for protection. Tears are for cleansing and releasing. These are not negative emotional responses. We were taught to react negatively to them. It is our reaction that is dysfunctional and negative, not the emotion. Emotional honesty is absolutely vital to the health of the being. Denying, distorting, and blocking our emotions in reaction to false and dishonest attitudes causes emotional and mental disease. This emotional and mental disease causes physical, biological imbalance, which produces physical disease. Codependence is a deadly and fatal disease because of emotional dishonesty and suppression. It breaks our hearts, scrambles our minds, and eventually kills our physical body vehicles because of the spiritual disease, because of our wounded souls. The key to healing our wounded souls is to get clear and honest in our emotional process. Until we can get clear and honest with our human emotional responses, until we change the twisted, distorted, negative perspectives and reactions to our human emotions that are a result of having been born into and grown up in a dysfunctional, emotionally repressive, spiritually hostile environment. Until we do that, we cannot get clearly in touch with the level of emotional energy that is truth. We cannot get clearly in touch with and reconnected to our spiritual self. We, each and every one of us, has an inner channel to truth, an inner channel to the Great Spirit. But that inner channel is blocked up with repressed emotional energy and with twisted, distorted attitudes and false beliefs. We can intellectually throw out false beliefs. We can intellectually remember and embrace the truth of oneness and light and love. But we cannot integrate spiritual truths into our day-to-day human experience in a way which allows us to substantially change the dysfunctional behavior patterns that we had to adopt to survive until we deal with our emotional wounds, until we deal with the subconscious emotional programming from our childhoods. We cannot learn to love without honoring our rage. We cannot allow ourselves to be truly intimate with ourselves or anyone else without owning our grief. We cannot clearly reconnect with the light unless we are willing to own and honor our experience of the darkness. We cannot fully feel the joy unless we are willing to feel the sadness. We need to do our emotional healing, to heal our wounded souls, small s, in order to reconnect with our souls, capital S, on the highest vibrational levels, in order to reconnect with the God force that is love and light, joy and truth.